Welcome to Dan's on This Street. I am Dan. I'm exploring the whole world city by city as seen through Google Maps and Google Street View. And today I'm in Kenya again, visiting the city of Nairobi. Very excited to check this place. We're high up in the mountains here. Large city. About 4.5 million people live here. Which is really impressive when you look at it from above. I wouldn't have quite guessed that. But, well, I'm excited to get on the street and see some of what they got to show us. Let's drop down Lusaka Road. Just dropped out of space here. Alright, here's the scene here. Pretty good traffic out, number of pedestrians, bicyclist. This guy's pulling a cart there. Interesting, looks like a bright sunny day. Pretty nice housing, apartment housing. Lots of white vehicles around us, as you would expect. It gets very hot here, I'm sure. 4.5 million. And 10 million people in the metropolitan area. So, very densely populated. And as I was reading a bit of its history, it's kind of most impressive considering how recently almost nobody lived here. This has a relatively short history. I mean, basically nobody lived here back in 1880. There were some tribes for sure, but not very, a few hundred, few thousand, but no more than that. Interesting. Definitely feels like Africa. Feels like Kenya, as it should. Nice older vehicle here. Looks like it might still be running. Maybe. Some workers hanging out there. Looks like we're kind of in an industrial area. Probably not the most exciting place to start out. Don't worry, we're going to see a lot more of it than this. Somebody's got a big load here. Look at all these. I'm assuming water bottles of some sort. Empty. Maybe fuel. But probably water, right? All kinds of shopping in here. Shopping and industry. Tell you what, let's pop up. If I can hit the X, there we go. Yeah, you can kind of tell there are all kinds of industrial park, basically. Nairobi City Stadium. All right, very cool. Let's drop over into a adjacent neighborhood here. This is my second time in Kenya. I think it's mostly, well, two reasons. One, it just has great, much better maps than a lot of African countries for whatever reason. Some partnership with Google, I don't know. But yeah, they just have a lot better street view maps, which I really enjoy. It's like people selling stuff out of a little kind of hut there. Older vehicles here, buses, all-terrain vehicles. Definitely a good area if you have, pickup trucks, Land Rovers, vans. Those are going to serve you well here. Cyber Cafe. Okay. Beauty collection. Notably, a lot of this in English. I guess that's not a surprise. This was a British colony for, most of its history, at least this city. Kenyan history goes back many thousands of years, I was reading. People are known to have lived in the kind of lowlands of Kenya at least a few thousand years BC, and ever since, of course. Some nice housing in here. Decently nice, at least. Looks to me. Big palms. Little front porches. Definitely looks quite hot. Alright. Oh, car wash. Okay. If you want a car wash, come up here. Let's pull up a little bit. Interesting how this is laid out here all around the central Posta. Oh, post office? Kind of a smattering of layouts here. Different people at kind of set up neighborhoods at, this is an unusual angle. And then kind of every developer chose their own path. Which is fine. Gives it character. Let's go over here on another road. Looks like shops are closed today, maybe. Well, some of the shopping. These ones are open. All kinds of things you could buy here. Looks like these are kind of being... Some of these are shipping containers, maybe. Maybe not. Oh wow, look at this. Some of these actually have business addresses with Google. How about that? That's great. All kinds of things you could buy here. My goodness. Pots and pans. Ladles. Kind of great to just walk down this street and, I don't know, just plan on spending, not sure what their currency is, but I don't know, equivalent of $50 American. I just want to go walk around, just find some stuff to buy, fruits and vegetables, odds and ends. That'd be a good time. I'm sure you can get quite a bit. More shopping up here, very inviting tents. Market set up, or it looks like maybe it's not open every day. Cell phone tower there. A newer building here in the approaching distance. There's some decently large buildings here in Nairobi. Very, very well developed city. Not so much maybe some of the areas we've seen so far. Although we're seeing a little bits and pieces of this city. Shell station looks like you could just about be anywhere in the world. They all seem to look the same, I guess. That's not quite true. Boy, look at this. Look at this vehicle. Very well adorned, well painted. Seems to be kind of the look here. Each owner just, I don't know, having a blast. Interesting. Very busy area here. Bus stop, maybe. Oh yeah, what is that currency? Not sure. In the distance you can see more signage. Power station here. Man, some really wild decorations on the side of these buses. Very busy all through here. Very busy. Looks like they're watching some event, maybe, possibly. Interesting. Yeah, back to their history a little bit, from what I was reading. So, to jump way ahead then, they were first colonized by a European country then in 1498. I'm skipping over a tremendous amount of history, but to get up to a little bit of more modern times. All this stuff for sale here. Looks like even maybe these carts are for sale, maybe? Or maybe the carts just brought the goods. They were colonized by Portugal, who held the region or whatever. Man, oh, looks like we were about to enter a really busy intersection there. Let's drop back in. Oh, and we're back out. Let's get back in. Distant mosque there. Bright and shiny, looks to me. Very white. And yeah, basically they controlled the region to whatever extent for a long time. And then as the train system was being built in Kenya in the late 1800s, they were routing a train up through here. We're way up high in the mountains. We're at like 5,900 feet above sea level, above a mile. really high up. Boy, it's just dense in here. Huh. Curious what's going on. Man, it's quite a unique scene. This building looks like it's being renovated, perhaps. Tuskegee, Equity Bank. Anyways, yeah, well over a mile up. And as they were building the trains, they wanted a stop for refueling, a pause place. I'm not quite sure how it was, but basically they wanted a place they could stop somewhere kind of in this vicinity. And this seemed like a good location. And there was basically nothing here. This was wetlands, almost swamplands, sort of. This is very dense in here, my goodness. What a scene. Dense with people and vehicles. Kukena Sako. It's like all these vehicles are picking up people, dropping them off. I'm not sure. Some sort of transportation, it seems to me. Taxi services of some sort, perhaps. The streets look like they're in decently okay condition, although certainly some potholes. But I've seen worse where I live, at least compared to this street. LG. A lot of familiar brands here, and then some not so familiar. Yeah, but basically, rather quickly, people started moving to the area, probably just for the work of all these kind of tourists and travelers coming through town, the new town. So pretty quickly, there was about 10,000 people living here. Or let's see, 16,000 people were here within a decade. Sorry about that. Pretty rapid growth. The tourists from outside the area were coming. In some cases, there was a lot of big game hunting happening back at that time. I imagine less so now, but I'm not quite sure. It's got to be less, right? Another gathering of people here. Interesting. These school groups, I don't know what's going on there. I like this street scene. It's very busy. Lots of signage and old electrical systems. Look at the chaos of this building. Man, it's like generations of design kind of all slapped on it. I wonder what this originally looked like. You can kind of get a sense of it way up high there. Actually, it's a pretty good look. I don't even hate some of the additions, but it's pretty wild altogether. Or maybe that was all how it looked. That's possible. This is a lot to take in. Big buses. Interesting building up here. I like this part of town here. This is pretty neat. Bookshop. You can see some old writing up there. Early on I was reading they dealt with issues of, I think because of the swampland and wetland, they had some malaria and plague issues which significantly affected the population, obviously negatively, and was damaging to growth, but they overcame that in time. Jesus is the way, the truth, church. Okay. Morning glory. Alright, interesting. Definitely a Christian presence, definitely a Muslim presence. Not sure what those percentages are, but that's always interesting to see together. Hopefully living in peace, I hope. Look at this. Look at this. Juicy Fruit building. Brought to you by Juicy Fruit. More bubble, more fun. Boy. I kind of like that. It's pretty awesome. Not getting paid to say it. Forgive me. The other, I was going to say earlier, the other reason I'm back in Kenya, in Nairobi in particular, is one of my Patreon supporters asked me to come here, and I'm happy to come back. That's right, I have a Patreon page. Doesn't everybody these days? It's $1, and that's all, $1. And I have a bunch of bonus tours on there, visiting smaller, more obscure cities. And by joining, you'll have, a better... You'll have my ear even better than in the comments, perhaps. I can pretty much promise you I'll visit one of the cities you asked for. Although, I shouldn't promise, because I don't know if I've quite done that. But I'll make a heck of an effort to try to get to one of the places you asked to see. If not on the main channel, then on the Patreon page. So consider supporting it, linked below. It's $1. Look at all these cabs here. This is a funny sight. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. All these cabs is like decapitated trucks. You got the heads up there. That's a wild scene. Man, interesting place, Nairobi. You really got a look. Got quite a look. Somebody's burning some trash here or something. Or just whatever. Coals. Boy, that was pretty wild in there. Cool. Alright. Let us go somewhere else a little bit. We're gonna just see little bits and pieces. This is not a full tour. This looks kind of dense up here. I want to see this too. Oh yeah, okay. My, this is a unique site on Google. Somewhat unique. I feel like we're too high up here. We're looking down on these people. Sorry, it feels something I don't like about that. I don't know. Pretty cool we get to see them cooking here. Look at that. Fresh food, fresh bread, fruits. I'm not sure if these people are all living in these houses behind these shops. Maybe some of them, maybe most of them. I'm not sure. Maybe none of them. Kind of feels like situation where it's a live-work situation. You know, you have a home and then you kind of have a shop out front. Shingles kind of strewn about here. Boy, yeah, anything you want to buy, you could probably get it here. Certainly food-wise. Photocopy, 10 cent, I don't know, $1? Online applications. Seen a lot of school uniforms. Seems to be the look here. Man. This is one of those scenes that just makes you... I don't know, there's something about... I think there's two scenes that like really stick out to me on Google Maps. One of them's like when you're on like looking at beaches in the Bahamas or something, some sort of like tropical view that just looks like so heavenly. I look at it and I'm like, ugh, I just want to be there. And the other thing that sticks out to me always on Google, kind of the most striking, are scenes like this, which, you know, let's be blunt. I don't know. Some of these are kind of tough sights. I hope, you know, I don't want to judge the few little pictures I have here. I really hope these people are happy and living a good life. This looks like they're building furniture, or possibly repairing it, or maybe building from scratch. Preparing some food. There's some kids there. People staying in the shade as much as possible. I don't know. It's just... it's amazing that, I mean, ever since the age of photography, and certainly now with Google, it opens your eyes to the world. And wow, this is great. Look at this scene. I don't think we're gonna fit under this tent. Alright, we'll find out here. Wow, oh, they lifted up the tent. Look at that. They lifted up the tent for us. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, man. Nice vehicle to our left there. Beautiful. That's what I want. This is my scene. I'm not saying I could afford it or anything, but that feels like the ultimate Kenyan outback experience vehicle. It'd be a good time. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of makes you remember the wide range of human experience on Earth. And just, I'll tell you what, my day-to-day just does not look or feel almost anything like this. So, I'm not trying to, again, no judgment. I wish them well, and I hope they are well. And may they have happier and wealthier days ahead of them too. Quite a scene. All right. Interesting. You can start to get a little sense of how there might be 4.5 million or even 10 million people in the region. Let us visit something maybe a little more built up. Golf course. That seems like a good hint that there might be some more wealth around here. Yeah. For whatever it's worth. Let's drop down here. All right, there you go. We're getting a little bit of the skyline. Oh yeah. This is the tallest tower in Nairobi. Maybe tallest in Kenya? I actually don't know. This is the Britam Tower, 195 meters, completed in 2017. Pretty good looking tower. It kind of has the looks like the One World Trade Center building. It's got that same profile shape. I like this truck here. It's got that square that kind of turns into another square at the top that's out of 45. What do you call that shape? It's like diamonds, prismatic. Interesting building here, looking very 80s. Kind of retro. In a good way. This looks like it's something that'd be in a movie. You know, the Tom Cruise is sliding down the side of this building. It's got that look to me. Obviously, really nice area here. The Arabian. Restaurant there, that looks like a nice place to go. And goodness gracious, here's the Radisson. All right. That is kind of most shocking about, well, the whole world. And you can find it in Africa, certainly, and you can find it in almost any country. I'd say any country, and almost any city even. Just the vast disparity of wealth. Now, obviously, this is like a business area, but just like you can have poverty, people living in poverty just within a half a block, half a mile, certainly half a city away from true wealth. So, and you certainly find that here in Nairobi. Not that the people living in this district are rich necessarily, but it's clearly some wealth gap. An office building here, perhaps. Very nice. Yeah, there we go. For Tom. With you every step of the way. Okay. Some more towers in the distance there you can see. A growing skyline. To keep an eye on Nairobi on the skyscraper forums I follow. See if anything new's getting built up. This looks like an interesting building here, whatever that is. Circular. Let us see some more stuff. Let's get north side back up. Just one or two more places. I know we haven't seen too much, but you know, time is short. Looks like there's a school back up in here. This looks very nice out here. Homes all kind of walled in, but look like nice places back in there. Very clean streets here, very nice streets out here. I commented on the streets earlier. That was a very, busy district. Out here on this main road, these look brand new. Very nice. Nice cloud coverage today. Driving on the left side of the road there, and there you go. That's the British influence. Oh man. Another great vehicle. Forgive me, I just gotta note them. Love it. Big roundabout here. It could almost be in England here. Parts of this. Definitely, you can tell the remnants of its colonial era exist still today. Speaking of which, they've actually been independent. They broke off from Britain after the World War II. Well, quite a bit after, in 1963, coming up on their 60th anniversary. Congratulations. Well, in 3 years, I'll say that. Busy streets here, nice vehicles. Mixture of colors, really. Not as much white as I would have expected. Some greens and reds, but I guess predominantly white and silver. Some new towers going up there, it looked like, advertised. Really nice area in here. Nice sidewalks. Tree lined. Yeah, really good area. Checks all the boxes just about. Alright, let's pop up. Yeah, alright, I like this area up here. That's nice. I want something a little south. Just want to pull out, get a sense of this. It's interesting, there's this like national park here. Elephant and Rhino Nursery. Cool. You can probably take some tours out in here. Oh, I'm sure. Big national park. I wonder if you can see any like elephants from above. I can see some animal paths there, maybe. Possibly. That's cool. Almost no trees out there. Here's the trees. Pretty cool. It's nice that they've set aside this area, clearly. Here's another forest sanctuary. Oh, race course. Interesting. Indian Ocean Creations. I don't think that's correctly marked. Let's see here. Something else. Hey, you know what? Let's drop down into the national park. Nice. Wow, this is pretty cool. There you can see the skyline in the distance. Wonder what kind of vehicle we're in here. Can't tell. Boy, yeah, it's pretty neat. I wonder if you can just kind of drive out here, or if you need to be on an official tour from this side of things. Boy, that's pretty epic. Look at those clouds. Wow. Fantastic. Really, really fantastic clouds. Again, picture driving through here in the Land Cruiser. That would be pretty awesome. Interesting vegetation. Very neat that you can see the skyline like that. I hope that just keeps growing. That'd be awesome. Cool. Alright, we'll definitely visit here. Goodness gracious. If you visit Nairobi, you gotta visit that park. It's awesome. Maybe just one more place. I know we haven't seen much, but what are you gonna do? Come back and check it out yourself if you're enjoying this tour. Spend a little time, look around. Hop in a few of the places I missed. Goodness, I missed so many. There's fruit for sale, eggs for sale. Carrying some water. Apartments back in here. Yeah, it's very interesting to see. If there's some other cities in Kenya you think I'd like to check out, let me know in the comments. If there's other cities generally you think I'd enjoy seeing, also let me know in the comments. And, of course, consider checking out my Patreon page. $1. You could join it, watch all the bonus material, and leave. And can't stop you if you do that. But you could also just come along, and I'd appreciate it. This has been great. Alright, let me pop up, and I'm going to add this to my map. It's been a little while since I've done one of these tours. Sorry, I've had such a break here. Life has been very, very busy for me. And we are still dealing with a pandemic. Nairobi, Kenya, there it is. It is on our map. Let's zoom back in, just confirm. Give it a second. There it is. Yeah, gotta spend more time in Africa, as always. Seen a little bit. It's just not very well mapped. See? Look how well Kenya's mapped. And South Africa. I'll get back there soon. But a lot of these countries, Libya, Mali, there's nothing. Come on, Google. Or whoever's in charge of that. Help us out. We want to see more of the world. So much of this world is just not quite mapped yet. So it'll happen in time. Lots still to see. If you enjoyed this tour, check out some of my other videos. Been all over the earth. Tons of places. Of course in the US, I'm sorry. A lot of time there. It's the best map. That's mostly it. Alright. Till next time.